Okay, so ever feel like you're stuck in a rut? Kind of like, your life needs a good kick in the pants. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like something different. That's exactly how Jesse Itzler's feeling when we jump into living with a seal.
Yeah.
And this isn't, your typical self-help book.
Yeah.
This is different. Imagine this. You decide, you know what? I'm going to hire a Navy SEAL.
Oh, boy.
And not just any SEAL, right? This is a guy who makes, grit look like child's play.
Right.
And you invite him to live with you
For a month.
for a whole month.
Right.
Could go wrong.
Wait, seriously.
Well, right from the start. You can practically, you can almost hear the alarm bells going off, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is a gamble and a half. And, a healthy dose of what in the world was he thinking?
Right.
Sprinkled in. Itzler, he's a successful entrepreneur, so it's not like he's,
Yeah.
he's craving that discomfort, that break from the routine. But, inviting someone who's, trained for combat into your life, into your family's life,
It's nuts.
there's a huge inherent power imbalance there.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's ripe for disaster.
And you know what? Itzler knows it.
He does.
He totally knows it. The way he talks about those first few, moments, hilarious. Seal shows up with, basically nothing. Nothing but the clothes on his back. Won't share his phone number.
Oh, no.
And Itzler's, half convinced he's accidentally hired a hitman.
Oh, my goodness.
He's, drawn to Seal's intensity, but he's also totally freaked out.
Mm.
Ever feel that way? Drawn to something that kind of scares you a little.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. It's that push and pull
Right.
of the unknown.
Yes.
And Itzler he captures it perfectly. That internal struggle we all have, between our nice little comfort zones
Yeah.
and wanting something more.
Yes.
Picture this. It's December in New York City.
Okay.
Freezing cold, snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Itzler's pacing by the window, totally anxious about Seal's arrival.
Oh, I bet.
And suddenly, bam, 7 a.m. on the dot, there's a knock at the door.
And
who's standing there? Seal.
of course.
But he's not bundled up in some big parka like a normal person.
No.
No. Shorts
Get out.
and a T-shirt. Ready to train.
Oh, my gosh.
The cold doesn't even faze him.
It's like it doesn't exist.
Exactly. And that one image right there, it tells you everything you need to know about Seal's mindset.
It's incredible and a little terrifying, if I'm being honest. I admire the discipline, the willpower, but also this guy could probably survive a blizzard in his underwear.
Right.
And I'm over here shivering in my down coat. It's humbling.
That's exactly it. You hit the nail on the head. Itzler. And by extension, us, we're confronted with our own limitations, the ones we put on ourselves without even realizing it.
So true.
And Seal, he's like this walking example of what it means to just blow past those limits physically and mentally.
Okay, so fast forward, day 2. Itzler's muscles are screaming.
Oh, yeah.
From the previous day's workout, which we haven't even gotten into, he's dragging himself out of bed.
Yeah.
And Seal raring to go for their morning run.
Oh, no. Not just any run.
No, it's not just any run, is it?
No. Seal insists they leave at 7 a.m.
Sharp.
on the dot. Not a minute later. And remember, it's still freezing.
Oh, yeah.
Snowing even. But there's Seal, shorts, and T-shirt. Practically jogging in place, just waiting for Itzler to get his act together.
I can picture it.
And when Itzler complains about the cold, classic Seal response. Control your mind. If you want it to be 70 and sunny, it is.
He's not really talking about the weather, though, is he?
No. He's talking about mastering your internal environment, choosing how you respond to things, to circumstances. This is a guy who runs ultramarathons. He understands the power of mental toughness, of pushing past those I can't thoughts.
It's true.
And that's a philosophy that goes way beyond physical fitness, don't you think?
100%.
Think about it. How often do we limit ourselves with those same thoughts? In our own lives. All the time.
In every single part of life, I think. But okay, so we have Itzler freezing in New York City and Seal's putting him through the ringer. What happens next?
Well, it's not all just, hardcore workouts and mind games, right? Seal has this really unexpected way of just dropping these life lessons.
Oh, yeah.
Right in the middle of, I don't know, a freezing cold run or something.
Right, out of nowhere. It's like he's teaching Itzler how to, survive the apocalypse while they're, waiting in line for coffee.
Exactly. It's like Itzler's showing Seal their apartment, all proud of the view. The city's sprawled out there, and Seal just looks at him, totally serious, and asks, "What's your escape route?"
Wait, really? His escape route from the apartment.
Yeah. And Itzler's like, "Escape route? From what? I mean, they're like on the 37th floor."
Yeah, what's he going to do? Rappel down the side of the building.
Right. But Seal's not kidding. He's talking about being prepared, about anticipating threats, even when you feel safe.
Okay, but it's an apartment building in New York, right?
Exactly. And because this is Seal, right? He doesn't just suggest, I don't know, mapping out the fire exits or whatever.
Let me guess. He installed a panic room stocked with a year's supply of beef jerky and water?
Nope, even better. He orders Itzler a 50-pound backpack.
A 50-pound backpack? What, is he training for a marathon or something?
Not just any backpack. This thing, it transforms into an inflatable raft.
He's got to be kidding. An inflatable raft in a high-rise apartment.
His logic.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Right? What if you need to, like, row down the Hudson River, escape another 9/11? Who knows?
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a little much, even for me. But okay, I get it. It's about being ready for anything.
Exactly. It's about being resourceful, adaptable, ready to pivot when life, throws you a curveball.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just about, like, physical safety. Remember Seal's Google Me rule?
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Classic Seal.
So what happened? Itzler Googled himself?
Well, yeah, kinda. He asked Seal if he's ever Googled himself, trying to make conversation, right?
Sure.
And Seal shuts it down immediately.
Right?
Dead serious. He says, "You should never Google yourself. Ever."
Wow.
And when Itzler pushes him on it, Seal just drops this, like, truth bomb. He goes, "When you Google yourself, you're giving them your fingerprints."
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a little creepy. But he's right.
Right. It's like this reminder, this digital footprint we leave everywhere we go. And Itzler, he actually learns this the hard way. Seal sends a plumber over to their lake house, right? Fix a leaky faucet, no big deal.
Right.
And the guy shows up, totally freaked out. Turns out Seal had done a little Google Me action on him before letting him anywhere near the property.
I bet. Intense much.
Right. But on a serious note, it really highlights that need for control. Seal needs to kind of manage his surroundings,
Yeah.
even in the most ordinary situations.
It's like he's always 10 steps ahead.
Exactly. It's a level of awareness most of us don't even think about.
Yeah, not at all. Makes you wonder what we miss, you know?
Right.
It's true, we live most of our lives, like, totally oblivious.
Exactly.
But Seal, he's, like, hyper-aware.
Yeah, but he's not all, doom and gloom and escape rafts. He's got this surprisingly, like, positive outlook.
Oh, yeah.
Even about challenges. Like, he celebrates them. So Itzler's dreading their Friday workout.
I bet he's probably, like, barely able to move.
Right. And Seal just looks at him and says, get this, he goes, "The more pain you're in, the more you're actually growing."
Wow. That's intense. But I kind of get it. It's like he's, reframing it, turning the way we look at challenges on its head?
Exactly. He's teaching Itzler to embrace the struggle, to see those moments of discomfort, as opportunities for growth.
It's like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly. And it ties into another one of Seal's, like, core principles, the honor code.
The honor code. What else?
Do the right thing, even when no one's watching.
Oh. Simple but powerful.
Right. And it really speaks volumes about his character, the values he lives by.
Yeah. You can tell that's important to him. But it's interesting, right? Because he's also, like, super into reality TV.
Well, nobody's perfect. No, but seriously, it's like you start to see these glimpses of, like, his softer side.
Oh, yeah. Like, he's not just this, like, superhuman machine.
Right.
Yeah.
He's human. He's got his own, quirks.
And that's where the book gets really interesting, I think. We start to see those cracks in the armor, like those moments that make you realize, oh, this guy's actually, like, a real person.
Exactly. And it reminds us that strength and tenderness, they're not mutually exclusive. They can coexist.
Okay, so what kind of things are we talking about here? Give me an example.
All right, so picture this. Itzler comes home from work one day, expects to find Seal, doing one-arm push-ups or whatever.
Right, got to keep up the training.
Instead, he finds him, like, sprawled out on the couch, totally engrossed in a reality TV show.
No way.
Oh, yeah. And he's casually munching on an apple.
An apple, it's like the most ordinary thing ever.
Right. And it just makes him so much more relatable.
Yeah, it's like we all have our guilty pleasures, even Navy SEALs.
Exactly. But it's not just about, apples and bad TV.
Yeah.
Seal's capacity for caring, for compassion, it really becomes clear when Itzler's family's involved.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Like there's this one time at the lake house, Itzler and his wife are out on a run, and a tree branch almost falls on them.
Oh no, that's scary.
Right. And Seal, with his like crazy awareness, he senses it before it happens, pushes them both out of the way just in time.
Wow. Talk about being in the right place at the right time.
Right. And afterwards, he just keeps running like nothing happened.
Classic Seal. But that must have been pretty eye-opening for Itzler.
Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
He realizes in that moment that Seal's protective instincts, they extend beyond, their training sessions. It's not just a coach-athlete thing anymore.
Right. It's deeper than that.
Exactly. He's become a guardian, a protector.
And that extends to Itzler's son, too, right?
Yes. Remember the Christmas gift Seal gives him?
The camouflage outfit.
Yes. A miniature camo outfit, complete with the hat, little fatigues.
That's adorable.
Right. And it's just this unexpectedly heartwarming gesture, Seal's showing affection in his own way, acknowledging the importance of family.
Yeah. It's those little things that get you. But it sounds like Seal really pushed Itzler, too. Like, really challenged him.
Oh, yeah, constantly. Like pushing him to do things he never thought possible.
Like what?
Like that time, he convinced him to do 1,000 push-ups in one day.
1,000? Who even thinks of that?
Right. But Itzler, he does it.
He actually does it.
He pushes through the pain, the exhaustion, and he does it because Seal believed he could.
It's kind of inspiring in a way. Like, makes you wonder what we could do if we all had our own personal Seal pushing us.
Right. But even without a Seal, I think the message is clear. Set big goals, believe in yourself, even when it seems impossible.
It's about more than just the push-ups, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. It's about what it represents. Pushing past your limits, discovering this inner strength you didn't even know you had.
I like that. So it's physical, but it's also mental.
Exactly. It's all connected. And remember that thing about the life resume?
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that.
It's this idea that real fulfillment, it comes from experiences, from pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. It really resonated with me.
Makes sense. So it's like prioritizing experiences over things.
Yes. It's about living a life that's rich, meaningful, even if it means taking risks, embracing that discomfort.
And that's something Itzler takes with him, even after Seal's gone, right?
Absolutely. Seal's departure is bittersweet, but he leaves Itzler with this one last piece of advice. He tells him the only easy day was yesterday.
Wow. That's pretty profound.
Right. It's this reminder that growth, it's a process. There's always another challenge waiting around the corner. Embrace it.
So living with a Seal, it's not just some crazy story. It's a call to action. It's about pushing ourselves, stepping outside our comfort zones.
It's about embracing life's full spectrum.
The good, the bad.
Yes. The highs, the lows, and finding joy in the unexpected.
Absolutely. So next time you're facing a challenge, remember Seal's words. The only easy day was yesterday. Embrace the discomfort, push past your limits, and who knows, you might just surprise yourself.